Yandi.
Yeah, I'm on insemu kakra na.
Oh yeah, stories, you know. O say Irubena omukope Arsenal Stadium na omuso omumpene no.
UK for na.
Omusi di ntira.
Omusi 2028 no mba bepen. Events bebrebe ewo UK. Na omu pese omu di hosti events ni bi. Na omu kra no say ya na omu dwena say stadium no kra no mbe increase capacity no. No omu revenue generation etinya akoso.
Omu di stadium no be hosti events. To be at the stadium host event. Asemni ho. Basa na this stadium host event. To ya be twitwi if ya see Andy. Say obi be ware nyina akutwa video. And be to say ahia for just ahia to the point say see the stadium rent.
Say mutu grass. Mutu grass mo don say na mo to. Mo don say nyina.
And say nyina mo the stadium rent. Some mo nyina be na ba o mo ya fufuri. Mo fan rent the concert.
Yeah, crowd dey see say be sound proof.
Obi had yebi. Ba enko ekwe bi no mo say ehia ntira.
Ba mo moto mefa pa.
Okay, mate. Odi ati. But answer and Manchester United we need by 4 goals to aggregate ni koye say I think the first leg ni pie
1-1 and then United
almost we need 4-1. Manchester United are progressing to the next stage of the competition. And the United Osha Premier League na Manchester United to do 9 14th there. Say Manchester United bebo Europe pa next year there. The only way and it's Manchester United ebeji the Europa League. Say Manchester United ni Europa League next year, be it the Champions League, Europa League, or even the Conference League, you know, Manchester United ebe out. Medikaka. The effect of Manchester United say omo Europe no and the financial effect of honum and a sporting wise you know and they will struggle because Amorim enye coacher needing that attract players. It's Manchester United they ba ko betimi attract players no team the clout. Manchester United is a big club and na say o convince player no say obi ti say Alexander Isak unfi Newcastle abesia kan ama Manchester United one way of enticing the player they say ye do fee Newcastle aba Manchester United edwa ko Champions League and so won san kan one shot oba attract A players no and you were prepare I think say Manchester United any abre o the opta for no simulation aba beto and there be na no kure because the Champions League group stage ni we no opta ka say Liverpool and the Champions League me kai pa but Liverpool na opta e ka say obetimi agi Champions League no ene otifie tamra opta yes simulation say Liverpool na be Champions League no na PSG nka ho be nei say ya opta for na say o share Champions League there na omuyi Barcelona free one more the next team also betimi agi Champions League no PSG but time na bo group stages ni we no o ma fa PSG nka ho after no depend on data based on their yabo atwam the ebesi enim tina de onye nyankopon ontimi predict. So even though say Manchester United enye the favorite to win the Europa League according to Opta no and the Champions League na say Opta no is not always right,
but maybe a Manchester United nam no should they win against Lyon possibly next opponent be Bilbao.
Yeah, Bilbao.
Posco say e hona say usuru kakrama
United. Baby started Champions League no. Your ball first 5 match in the year no. When you catch it or say PSG ebeshia Liverpool akabeka say PSG be kofi. Me so say akabeka sa. Et you know, me enu onwie and between now and then a lot of things can even happen.
Yeah, sure.
Injury betimi aba, suspension betimi aba, and it you know until say be duru hono no. Untimi ni sa nkomo no. Eti football there even 1 week 2 weeks grano such a long time one untimi predict a game 2 weeks ahead obitimi koye line up no akoye Lewandowski to score ne why ne be 2 weeks ago match no na Lewandowski practice be wa make even a match day squad so predicting no in 2 weeks or 3 weeks to come no and the other very very difficult because a lot of things can change. Enra adeba ko esi e say Bruno Fernandes Enra esa carry Manchester United on his shoulders again. We talk about him and the unim season way Bruno Fernandes has a 15 goals 15 goals now Arsenal. There is no Manchester United player in terms of goals or double figures. The only Manchester United player the figures are running into double. I branch friend Bruno Fernandes. I was 15 goals for Manchester United. And the amount of goals no are quite impressive. And they say I branch friend Bruno Fernandes in 12 different games and was 15 goals no. Goals no was 15. But on the how many games also bet much about 15. Now the 15 no I have 6 games. No, that's 15 goals. But Bruno Fernandes goals now was no about in 12 different games. But the money here in the say 12 different games now Bruno Fernandes has no. Emu 8. Ni goal no a 10 a loss either into a draw or a win. That's what I say. Yeah. So sometimes go be one more just an endorsement. Ebi a sebe 4-0. Now be say one goal can one. And you go to the my team get 3 points. As I bend or say score like keke. But Bruno Fernandes 12 games now was a goal no. Emu 8. Either say Manchester United at that form. And he go to the ticker. I'm a United at that point. And as a game no a draw. No never say I'm a Manchester United and so at me again point. I think say no more can say Omunya be Bruno Fernandes be 5 o mutim no more. Bianca Manchester United ent me any league ni krana. At least and per Champions League qualification Bianca Manchester United ebetimi a qualify for Champions League. Adeba kwa me hu ni say one start season ye. And he say tamu ya sake Ten Hag no. Bruno Fernandes be ka say the next enkobo ebua coach no. When Tianya said Jumano, ama Ten Hag. So on no admit responsibility. So I can't be tina a papa friend Ten Hag and so etimi koye. But since Ten Hag koye no, and Juma Bruno Fernandes no. Say players na cano cano I be a buana. I think say Manchester United just good to go. And Yamana Basu and no de bakwe say see game mo. Me nyina yem fansia de Andy honesty. So we are very, very, very honest. Okoto aduane. One mama me no 100 cedis. Pepe. E den na otoye no. Oto aduane ne mani si be 40 cedis. Ma me ne sesa ma ono. Wa ma 90 cedis. No obi etime hwe nyame anim. No de 90 cedis no ko. Omo onto ma me ne botomu. Baby ma me ne the whole day ne mfaso anko benya nyina no. Enyo wage de ko no. And minim utonsuo sometimes what tikemu omom am I omutonsuo ekwa ahun and ebia the whole day ensuo na oba na eton no the whole day no ebia wanya sika kra be 15 cedis ba amani sika wo sesa ma ono wasesa ma na abroso be 15 cedis na watimi ahwe nyagopon nim edi sika no ko ontu ni bottom ball no kro no bandi wan hwe wa fa nyagopon no me. Let's be very, very honest. Enra a branch friend Patrick Dogu CG penalty the man.
Yeah.
Manchester United were leading by 2-1. Any penalty Edma Patrick Dogu. Player Nankasa very honest enough. Echo referee no catch and say referee there was no contact. In fact, VAR echo review a branch friend Patrick Dogu say or no echo catch referee say na any penalty no VAR any Dogu agree. How many people in the best side we? And in football terms, my memory some very few examples. Me found coach di. Okay, Abrantia, your friend Robbie Fowler.
Robbie Fowler. Yeah.
Robbie Fowler no see a kind of Liverpool. Samuel no Liverpool any Arsenal ball game one. Na rivalry any small 1997. Arsenal any Liverpool any ball Premier League game. Yegi penalty edima Liverpool na Abrantia your friend no we na ji penalty in the man no Robbie Fowler and ji penalty in the man no incidents which they say goalkeeper friend David Seaman and a foul against Abrantia your friend Robbie Fowler na kasa call referee ni ho e ka che referee say there was no contact we na enye penalty sam na va ni ho referee no gire me no stood to his grounds and my penalty let me stand there but sa guest na Robbie Fowler it me call referee ho even though say I penalty their man for Liverpool against Arsenal no FIFA ebo na baso ani okay Miloslav closer
yeah
Samuel no see a kind of Lazio Lazio any Napoli. Abrante Feni closer SA goal. 3 minutes into the game, and Miliasov closer SA goal. But closer SA goal no. Napoli players they protest here. Say Ninsa and Odisha goal no. World Cup game pen and na World Cup playoff at and then Ninsa goal. I think it was against Finland.
Yeah.
Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
But then Ninsa the goal. But Miliasov closer there now. Then Ninsa goal now. Napoli for the protesting no. Closer ankasa esa ko referee catches a referee ampa me inside the can bono man share me kai the FIFA for me kai the year 2000 Andy
Lamio are sending message say Messi nso ye binti ya kan Messi Lamio dey Messi dey
I just say no one kai
Andy the man me hu dwi mi pa we the Kanu once the Kanu agi standing ovation or the Villa Park. The Kanu Asia Kain Edima team friend West Ham. Sam West Ham any Everton the year 2000 able a Premier League. Andy goalkeeper Asia Kain Edima Everton. Your friend Paul Girard. Paul Girard and the follow conversation we Paul Girard a PA and a branch your friend the Kanu Eba. And as a goalkeeper Asia Kain Edima Everton, you know, and the obey a tackle. And no prayer and no dahonum. There was an empty net. Empty net. I said the can you ever born to him. But who said goalkeeper the piano? And he was stopping play. Or stopping play. Say no. FIFA Emano Fair Play Award on your standing ovation or Everton. And I think say being very honest.
Okay.
And not born up at the dog boy, you know. I was very much impressed. But our attitude now. Osho say even though say penalty has been awarded in his favor, but no kasa who said there be any penalty or call referee or no NFL honesty and integrity, and I was so much impressed and
but as I said, Christian, baby, Obama on the Mukakra,
Kakrebi. Na Chelsea, and I've said it time without number. Say Chelsea supporters, they must begin to conscientize themselves. Say baby you na for the namuno any on ideas na sa na enso ye dwene sa na epese follow enya sa on be break akra maka cho say Andy ekwan a obi fa so etete ne ba no say ode ne bro na o change sa akwan ne pe o ma akra no sugudi yam bebrebe dodo nti akoda na ono di opebia ye to de ma no Tamana ye nyini bana Chris ye discan. Na ya wie se ska fodi nyina nim nyansa mo se iska kwa. Unyina hunza sa adwene na o tu na se wa kasa ti obi ze o pa ne chew pa. Esa se wa first kana mo ntu wa jo so nim nyansa. Si ye jaw ne discan ma o de o de be ya ma o ma no. Wo fa no kwa wa anya sa. Enti sikani ne tete ne bana no de ne bana be jawa Andy. Na se for 2 hours sport ne bana be jaw. Akra start so pe we na asa no ho yonwa na o tiatiana na o sha akra no so. Chelsea supporters no. How are omo former owner Roman Abramovich etiti omo no. We raise you omo say yes, football clubs can suffer. But at Chelsea we can only suffer for a season, and the following season you have a GBP.
Yeah.
It is something that you cannot take from Roman Abramovich. And Chelsea called Claudio Ranieri. At that time, the standard of Chelsea could do the semi-finals of the Champions League. 82nd league mono. Nanke obi an ko fa say yes afa na wo discuss him. He was not okay. Okofa Jose Mourinho. Ebeji league mienu. No more free Champions League semi-final. No apa Mourinho. No the way aba. So the idea was that yes, we can suffer for a season, but yeah, in Chelsea for more. And that has been something that won't even take away from the Chelsea team ever since Roman Abramovich ebiso. Papa no kwa obe free Chelsea akwa no nyane fault. It was the Russian invasion of Ukraine and how we were able to draw a graph. It doesn't matter baby a graph no be chiafa say there's a certain trend be akosi baby say akwani sika ka ho na omo ntisadia by force ya turn the team 2.5 billion pounds. As we speak, the money is still sitting in an account in the UK until you go and find the sika.
Yeah.
Now and also Chelsea can go for so be 2.5 billion pounds to baby, but still
ma bon team complete
no but on to the
this can also be charity but person or yeah or chire baby o mo first is the reason why as can be seen obi antimi fa ne sanka
2.5
but o ma bon team complete
say last week say also be
but what still with me at the end of their pocket no you want to be that sure say and shouty papa no every Chelsea no the club has suffered and you don't see an end in sight of their suffering. Say the new hunu ba kono say Chelsea Brian Antonio Contaba na Contaba G League no or G League ni oh na Thomas Tuchel ba no be Champions League. So there was always that hope say suffer this season the following season as Chelsea won't suffer. But the free say Abramovich call him. He who say dey be. And Chelsea eja Thomas Tuchel kwan o ma fa coaches untimi nka the impact of sa coaches omoto so
Pochettino, Graham Potter, Frank
Lampard, Maresca yo unhu bibi se o we die ase eni da so wo se next season baby ya na omo purchases no bibi a amount so who's a club be top players amount certainly in that so bi Barcelona ho kire na mo try somebody recover no Sekabasa di senitrim so ye the young boys na de biam catch us ade no odo ani to so you always become near winners. What did Barca do? Robert Lewandowski. Shekwa Barcelona fa so FJ Rafinha free Chelsea so
Jules Koundé class na
enti Barcelona for no ehun say yes ye wo Pedri ne Gavi mo ho de but we need established players who come and add up to those numbers because anytime on team no young boys say when the young boys play under experienced players so say Barcelona academy boys in room near Bomudi and they decided to go for that and Barcelona taught us our players no never a certain idea that they were not too comfortable where they were. They wanted to move out of Sasha of Nanomakoshibuno. Chelsea akoto Giovanni Quenda.
Yeah.
Now people say Giovanni Quenda ne omo what is the difference? Is he coming in as an upgrade over more or improvement on more and I say a standard Nibia?
This is in the position more James or more Malo Gasto. So no it
would be ball as a wing back, would be ball as a wing forward. But the question that Ubebus I want to say
upgrade over more
Bonana. And the Chelsea here. And I know that Chelsea here to move out of baby or Moses here. See, Chelsea are playing the Conference League. Unim deja Chelsea and go for adwene nkomo go sere o mebrebe no. Sa Conference League ne bia Barcelona na banko ma firim dada. Barca ko bo Europa ba ko no. Nipa sere o ma me so se kan bi na so mo nya interested in se Barcelona bo Europa League.
Interested Frankfurt one na share.
Ase go for the twetwe o mo e na de Barcelona
ba bia moduro ni na.
Mo Europa League under Jose Mourinho. After winning, people were trolling them. People were trolling them for winning the Europa League. Say almost standard no. Chelsea bought Conference League. Yana zi refi. Osha class na bobo this yana. Obie no ye Chelsea classmate be our level no. We are talking about a club that has spent over £1 billion in the last 3 transfer windows.
Yeah.
And if you want to move out of that position to occupy the actual position in Chelsea now, I am not sure, sir. Giovanni Quenda obi a oba adibibi, but you go back to where I started. Say Chelsea owners no omo mindset ne dey. Todd Bowley mo dey say omo basketball teams omo own ni ade. In basketball you are always looking for young talents. I bet me trade your muza we nkoto play trade to the Christian akwaji we me dey we akwaji fa we. As en go for the basketball idea na ababo no. Yempe young players. So Giovanni Quenda, very very young guy. And Manchester United were in talks with Sporting over 40 million. Manchester and him. Chelsea comes in and they are ready. It's between 45 and 55. No more ready. In fact, the boy we hear say, "Why the medical school you?"
Now Chelsea for us, I don't know what he has said. even Obaba Kra next summer, about 2026. The reason why United United need him
almost Chelsea or not say ya fa kodano but obo season ba kwa san ka ho no aba. What is the idea? Omo at the near days is here. What anti Chelsea problem now? We've discussed it over and over again. Say Chelsea here a world class number 9 and a world class goalkeeper. As we speak, more about 6 goalkeepers. But who claim we world class? In fact, Chelsea goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga, I am better than omu goalkeepers in but omu better than omu team but omu player. Or you far better than omu in no, it's so Omako Belgium goalkeeper Omakoto US squad them to Gabriel Sonini 2 goalkeepers. You don't know what they are looking for. Chelsea here world class striker. Number of chances are all the money Nicolas Jackson of Barcelona. NBA Alexander Ishaka. By now no such chances for they don't have it. But until that say when we are talking about world class strikers they are available our market now. Yeah, link Chelsea. Honest not really go. 2 year Chelsea supporter Tiasia say Nipara papa na ko jani say ne there. Ono o de chocolate na ice cream na near tomato toffee kro nya na zo ma bi. Just out here now adapt say any other house because they do ko jani no any interested so about also from a Biana papa I do ko see no and that for me is a problem. Chelsea are spending sika pa but Udia Busa say we are looking for world class players. And the Chelsea team no say about from because Kopama is not performing. Kopama did not arrive at Chelsea even as a finished product. Because at Manchester City, now on a starter to amass a finished product. But who are the world class players in that squad are spending about 1.1 billion pounds? How many of them can you name? Who can you name? I think that omo transfer policy ne come over to top players no are problematic. 30 seconds on Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is playing for Manchester United at a very bad time. Although United at a time or not as a player and one.
Marcus has some way there.
The performance no ko beto United set up na GD na. Abrante Bianchi ye retino for sa Ballon d'Or and some kai Bianchi we ndi aka. He's a real captain. And you want say nano Sergio Ratcliffe bufu yo ko transfer kasa bebre no. O say o mu hia more of Bruno Fernandes. Unya Fernandes so be says wo team a afi obi tuma kasa o ye ball. It is true. Ne ball nobody at a different level. And he's always propelling Manchester United. But the do time be na ho de esa. United team unya one player. Obe take over from Bruno Fernandes. Edio mo eko. Manchester United Bruno Fernandes 24 goals and 17 assists in the Europa League history. And the player with most goals contribution in the Europa League. Actually, Manchester United is on your level in Europa. But there's a player United has suffered in recent times elbow Europa NT. But see the records he holds there. Ever since joining Premier League, there's no midfielder or Premier League. All goals contributions. At the champ branch at the Bruno Fernandes. He's a real fighter. He's somebody who he with team other players and a bit team na kopa, but he's struggling because Manchester United team that and that's one of you so man.
Yes, and that's when the team
pass now Rasmus Hojlund at the man no. So Rasmus Hojlund yes striker and a Bruno Muman is pass and can you go? But Rasmus Hojlund the pass come on he convert or no at the ball to remember Rasmus Hojlund then assist but Bruno at the man and Kabeba say be a chance creation which create chance assist them
off target cry
on to me no to me just so I know they are saying striker Ibo free penalty box mba go Rasmus Hojlund ball no boss no dey call him akọ corner
Manchester has a problem but say we say Richardo Pepe Suarez Rastaman
yes sir
obakwa won na because if you so Alfred Duncan in 7 say you hear mu pa na be Black Stars kakra na other issues
I think say Pepe Manchester United them so level ani ha I had them no one yard level and no more
say no level abedu
and that team leg no woody omo saying
14
now o say Pepe almost believe say no level in history now Manchester the history book and no history book in town no more fundraising revenue but currently Manchester United team near Bonnie Pepe I would like get some conference league oh yeah for sure not team or D14 in England what are you talking about Tottenham ebo Europa League na Manchester also boy Europa.
Because like a Manchester boy conference na ka Chelsea mo mabo.
Exactly.
Europa League.
Because I will have Chelsea cry say pepe team ningen omo da sen wa league na so mpacho. And consistently Chelsea to say top 4. But Manchester feels like they are still in business still nyoma mfa. Enti baby omo wono omo le mu no omo wono. And I want to prove this. Also season way 100 season United are about the top level and 50 consecutively. Now season way nko omo de Ten Hag aba, Van Nistelrooy aba and Amorim aba. O say league na mfa. But and the surprising league no more that 14th for the Christian. Oko Europa League now say United are unbeaten in 10 games on mabo. In the group stage almost started first 3 games on board draw. And omo winning the next 5 and omo did third in the group so omo qualify automatically. And now the knockout stage no money Sociedad boy now the first leg ended 1-1 and the second leg they won 4-1 so it was 5-2 on aggregate.
In fact teams are competing with Europe in 72 teams. They are the only side omo lose game. The Champions League, Europa League, no Conference League. The only side that won't lose a game is Manchester United.
And see, Omako 10 games in the Europa League unbeaten. And after drawing 3, no, Omo winning 5, a draw 1 Omasa about winning ways. Again, Christian, United problem by creating a lack of firepower goals, Emma. But in the Europa League goals, but Omo averagely 2.1 per game. And Omo consider 1.1. And you would see from my paper, omo year balance that they be omo 1 goal there. So goals no so flow. Now Bruno Fernandes in the league, watch how many goals? 7. On the United for top scorer in the league. We yemfam pia kan the league no better 14. But over Europa, hat tricks near the year Juma. And the Bachawati Masemnasi. And inti the American say, oh even pass accuracy in the Europa League. And the omo 85%. And the saves per game, you know. Pepe omo 3 in each game. Inti omo domain neho because I would Europa League so I will chance to play in the Champions League. Inti say a big motivation for them. I think that loss still exists. It's a big motivation for them. But so man yes I don't make say oh omo level a champion. That ben obe default abebo Champions League ni bi. League ni the onje onyanje e bia the next 50 years so we different.
So they say already Europa League no qualify for it.
Exactly. They say omo people omo ka say omo level no me so many omo nya you know why they omo level nti omo making sure say they will own that place and don't be surprised United beat my Europa League no. Because per their statistics and numbers na aircon the way omo call unbeaten no and e be so a coach no e hon no the best yan neoma na later we back better but I think say omule because the team out D4 team now ka say nya level ne nka yenka Chelsea cry in the reason because Chelsea cry neoma nkwane people omo push it back.
I think Chelsea soon lose game so far with Europe.
Omo conference league there so
omo soon lose game.
Chelsea omo anja omo cry say UEFA ban your conference league na say we cry so omo ka tell money no omo ji.
Omo dey bro bia so bebe omo show omo do. And Chelsea na gaza so drop it eba
lower
Europa na dey bia o performance e ho dey nzombeji
Matebera say na yamon komo ewo efie because Alfred Duncan enso adi nkomo or the Gary Smith abon komo na wa church me dey kan chewe the reason why I decided as a Black Stars on sia kan Emma Black Stars bio tie way a reason Alfred Duncan edema why he chose not to play for the Black Stars again.
With the national team I think it's kind of complicated because it was my decision to quit with the national team because I wasn't getting the respect I think I deserved, and for a player like me, when I go to the peak of my career, I think I deserved more respect, and then which I wasn't getting enough. So I think it was best to part ways in order for the younger ones or the ones they think they were right for the team to be able to get a chance to play, because I think the most important thing was for the country to get to the heights that the country deserved, and not about who had to play or who had to be on the bench. So since I wasn't getting the enough playing time, I think it was better to be on the side for the right players to play.
I branch here friends Alfred Duncan. Ninja Munyana said Dientia. Odisha is almost Black Stars be able to see at a point no only pick on a career. Respect every player even here on national side and now so home. Now or you necessary for other the younger ones or players they think they are the right so now Alfred Duncan sounds so at us so say Ojai Blacks and that's Ojai national team bono or no who say the best decision out to here.
Yes, I think the past few years, I think the two new coaches that came both reached out to me and then they wanted to work with me. But it was very difficult to go back to the national team because the expectations were really high, and then I had already made a decision where I was stable with. I wanted to be in my position, and then not going to the national team also gave me other benefits because during the international break I'm able to spend more time with my family. So for me that was one of the best decisions I ever made because with my family I was having less time with them, and then making that decision really helped me a lot to be able to spend more time with them. So I wasn't willing to make a step back, to abandon that situation, and then it was really difficult for me to change my mind. So I just decided to stick with my initial idea of not going back to the national team so I could spend more time with my family.
All right, so I have right here friends Alfred, Duncan, and on Edinson. My for Black Stars, the end to us now and the Black Stars of Ghana coach Otto Addo and so naming 23 players at Ghana at the World Cup qualifiers against Child on Friday and against Madagascar. Now, Seri Cabos on Lawrence Atizigi, Joseph Wallacott, Benjamin Asari, Gideon Mensah, Ebenezer Anan, Mohamed Salisu, Jerome Opoku, Alexander Juku, Jonas Ajeti, Razak Simpson, Kingsley Schneider, Kamaradini Mamadou, Mamudu, Anafe, Thomas Partey, Elisha Owusu, Abu Francis, Kudus Mohamed, Ernest Nuyama, Antoine Semenyo, Kamaldeen Sulemana, Jordan Ayew, Jaria Free, Inaki Williams, and Christopher Bonsu Eyeba. Now, almost had about 12 players because of injuries internal, and yet there's a coach side from maybe Ali Dusedu, Tariq Lamte, Brandon Thomas Asante, Abdul Mumin, Joseph Aidu, Abdul Manaf Nuruddin, Abdul Fatahu Shaku, Baba Idrisu, Ibrahim Sulemana, Daniel Kufichre, Majid Ashmeru, and Joseph Penso. Pepe, Odi na uni ha midika ebisa Black Stars squad no wasem na uni ya. Ma minfri oso ena ebi okra Alfred Duncan me kai se mrebi. Na Duncan gina so pa na on tiase unim de on tiase abo no Black Stars no bobi. Now the player has come out.
Yes, Alfred Duncan story no. Use onukwa wanka sem de ho ni nyina. Alfred Duncan eba one friendly game Christian. Na two midfielders pull out. He was still on the bench. During the game, midfielder Prania the defender. Abura midfielder the position. It was the day he decided say they don't need me here.
That is the respect and no can
in fact, the two midfielders they pull out no kwano. That season his numbers were far better than them. He was playing in the Italian Serie A. And or a constant feature. Yes, Uzi Obi or Bob Timini be battle or Obi Bobby de Bia. And two midfielders pull out. So that day he said he thought that he would start. One started. Ye both gave in the first half. Midfielders never could play the defender. A bit midfield position. In fact, he was not even told to go and warm up. Obi Prime. Or more from some go warm up and no one count. To Obusano say, now that my catch was a prime and I am yana. Now the coach, and that day he decided say, and Unim, no occurs any decision to Ojai national team no Bonabuano. Clearly, so yeah, mathematics are over 5 years, now they are compare. If we say Alfred Duncan, if we national team no, the football no equals and as a bar form, equals so. To Rokas on a personal level, a Buana, obviously, national team body. Menya shows you play beer on person ball Edmund national team. It is the reason, especially say major competition but tournament. Near squad we play bidinima. How I players is reacting. So national teams here. But when it is that you are not considered. And Alfred Duncan, from the youthful days, now no ball Edema yen underage national teams, no integral member. But a bedroom blasters level, no. I don't know if it was about protecting certain positions for some players. When you a fair treatment, and the decisions are no better, but sometimes Adibu are very humiliating. Adibu are a humiliating as a human being. I'm sure what he was passing through, the handlers of the national team at the time, no, enough for him to say, "Maminjana mitram baby," and on a personal level, and then a career, and baby, it developed after so Jana national team, no bono. Untiminka say, "I'm one." Yan share squad, no. Makase adiaba kwa na kama mreho ipa yese Otto Addo mukoyezi yo big game na yebe jinjira no Ghana ne cha
asemo de oni max wa hamo pa
e ya reho se meso mu yi ho ne film ya ne cha de nya big game ya ne asa but nya big game still nya big game. So there are 3 GPL players in the squad and the biana anu ya me first thing I measure say friend national team in domestic competition, it produces players. I've always had arguments with people and discussions with people. Say, never should we decide to measure blaster call up and say, yeah, measure players. Baby. None of Brazil squad buy. So okay, so by Europe, no have Brazilian players. Yeah. But they always have that in mind. Say, players from Brazil, dear parents. It is not about who compares no be about nations. Uko Europe abenya players uko Europe abenya, and the fact that somebody is even playing in Europe alone, a step Chelsea football. But there is always the need to reward players playing in the local league. Makase GFA see a born number baby sikabebo no bebrebe have no idea about that. Ketiba is 5 years ago. He has no idea what one thing that he can do. Ebema sikabe ure local league into Muntimenye. A local player no. And I was in a conversation with one player here. Christian Abranchani bent on leaving here to go and play in Baku Pesodene Tanzania. Baku to the extent that a Ghanaian player wants to go and play in Lesotho League. Lesotho, yeah. Almost $3,000 a month. And Oka Scano Joe Hatchemino. Currently, where he plays, he takes less than 1,200 cedis a month. And will be at an equal to $3,000 a month. Where they tune for say Jai. It's any idea be a quay before Swa. Yamasikaba League. So one thing, supplies the local league, our assurance say. Obo local league na the performance so the no bet me run national team ni ma aya na no aya one factor it be keep players na our local league. One reason if you go to Egypt, players are not so much bent on going to Europe, and say in Egypt you don't need to be playing in Europe to play for the Pharaohs of Egypt. Yeah. You only need to be good where you are playing. Yebefro. Eti aya na omunye so bent on going out there that be omunye sa. So 3 players here. Yeah, Benjamin Asari. Yeah. A deserving call up na Achempo. Last season, 2023-2024 season, or the goalkeeper with the most clean sheets in the Ghana Premier League. For a struggling Accra Great Olympics who were eventually relegated. Who a goalkeeper? Now the team are relegation. And they say keep clean sheet. Because team na just na one day of form. But keeping 16 clean sheets in the Ghana Premier League, it was the most in the GPL in 2023-2024. And we're moving to Hasselfolk. Oba Hasselfolk, no? If for nothing at all, the 5-year goalkeeping problems of Hasselfolk. Maso mutinom timbo bossa na boba ko chompo na nimze. Yes, Rudu. Why you say keep an action by boys mo na oboze e ko pass. There's a show no.
Generally has in one team to 3 goalkeepers.
3 goalkeepers. Obi en ho team some problem. Last 2 seasons quite there's a maso okay ya. Goalkeeper no e bobo ko ball go stars player na chiman ko share house. And ko mediama na mediama ni bi ball shot na keeper akotete. Oh yeah, well, not quite short time, but don't know what it is. So no more equals in Katiane Bagubino. Yeah. But the presence of this goalkeeper, Benjamin Asari, as of Hatfolk,
goalkeeping problem.
And eventually I improve on back line.
Might be at team. And no afa goalkeeper. Near ball she goalkeeper. You na mind complaining. What's he jai? Play no ball no. Oh experience good.
Keep on the guy.
What was it ball no?
Oh
experience too much.
So Benjamin Asaria, yeah, can say league na ebori nyina no. Hearts of Oak, they are not scoring a lot, but they are not conceding. They has 19 goals in the league, or not conceding only 9. And Kai has na goalkeepers na demo no. Question get yada kakra na Sheriff Shaw baba da kakra we yada kakra no mu sanya ma no mu ya na ubewie no na has a conceding goals bebrebe. Eti goalkeeper Benjamin Asaria 87 the call up. And again, the starting goalkeeper for the Black Galaxies. Yeah. That is always something that we must look out for. So, young Black Galaxies, local Black Stars goalkeeper, at least, so when to be your third choice, main Black Stars, then he has no business being there, and he is a good thing. Then I've seen 2 players, Razak Simpson and Kamadini Mahmoudou. Razak Simpson for Nations. The last time, call up about 2 games, young foreign-based players in Ibrahim. Yeah. Razak Simpson started both games. Now, in fact, Ghana versus Angola, the 11th November Stadium in Luanda. Ghana side, he was our best player. Razak Simpson was our best player. It was a call-up I was looking out for, because normally, national team, Yana, Omure Fise, to say the club size, a developer player, the national team should develop a player. So, 2 games, no coboy. So, you call up for one friend. After we not actually can go for before no so be experience be no ko yenya sa. So Razak Simpson one maintaining the position in the Black Stars no. Yes, Jiku is back. Salisu is back. So if he goes, he doesn't play, no problem. But at least it gives him a certain confidence that the Oyen last time no. And pay for any edge on twaso no and that is a good thing. Kamadin Mahmoudou ono sunya invitation. I think this is 10th time Onya Black Stars. Baby, I friend say obi anya no daba, but the confidence on the ball. And unim say Kamadin Mahmoudou obo as right back at the Mamidema. Maxwell, this season Kamadin is involved in 4 goals as a right back. Waje MVP mienu. Say about a league game number 2 waje MVP no waje mienu. The performance was proper. Razak Simpson has 2 goals. Also, the man of the match. I was this season. It is a reward for more a performance now. One more advantage, and I'm happy for the local contingent. Now there are returnees like Thomas Partey, who decided say your last 2 games, Thomas Amabebo. Yeah. Usha Medawa. The experience and the calmness of Partey is always important to the Black Stars. Almost always important at the Black Stars. World Cup qualifiers. You bought 4 games already. Ghana 9 points. Comoros 9. Ghana eluzi to Comoros. I'm gonna share Comoros share okay one go bia. Omo share no. So Comoros share and 9 points having Central African Republic Madagascar and you share Mali home and you boy next game. So in terms of the World Cup qualifiers, the performance here far better than the AFCON qualifiers are. Nenya kura. Otto Addo minim say qualifying campaigns na no nya deal say coach na gaza na nya dada. But a quite of us who have Konoma in the end we did not win a single game at home. And we do not want to start from some position, especially if we want to qualify for the World Cup. Now, I watch this game with keen interest. Yeah, in a week. Chris, as a Black Stars, who changing attitude. And it's any Brenner on person of the question they are. Then, Andy, we can all safely conclude and say, next time, say about a Cup of Nations qualifiers now. Let us not disturb them. I'm only interested. Now, for me, look at him for more. Attitude, not results. Okay. Because you have a Cup of Nations now. Ghana, Angola, Niger, game no. The players were not worried on the field of play.
Game back, we are ticker. You share first goal, dear. You right back, you share first goal.
You need Niger, Morocco. You come on, Morocco.
Guy, you be interviewer. Ali to say to share goal no. Yashe goal. Any share first goal.
We took the lead.
And you look at the attitude of players as he jubilating.
Nobody jubilated.
It's a friendly game in any attitude.
So my attitude maybe that positive attitude of money bra. Now say World Cup qualifier because the same Black Stars and a question Mali Bamako no. And that game you can go and watch again. It was about the positive attitude and the boss we did not give up. Say there, even when we play Central African Republic here, so game was it 4-3?
No, 4-3.
Yes, you could see attitude on the part of the Black Stars players. No matter what, we want to win. But in the 6 AFCON qualifying games we played, I did not see a positive attitude from any of the Black Star players, especially Omomfri Abrochiribayen. It is a also there, and the bones say, okay, in your Black Stars na abafom. But attitude we quite say, hey, there be nice or more. I just walk up the person mobo. Maybe AFCON mo so it drew AFCON young got disable mobile. Yahwɛ Ghanaian players omo bɔ ha na yɛfa omo bɔ ebi African continent na na motivate omo ɔno obewini no oji $2,000 $3,000 a month ebi a huge motivation at the amom that fine dinner was on Christopher Bonsuba Accra Shooting Stars and ɔhyɛ ne ball na se free
oh okay
Shooting Stars e Accra na ɔyɛ sa talents na Christian say obi timi hu was e Accra do ni ball bodo etu no so I Trans ambassador.
I say Nancy Golden Boy Award 100 players on
yeah. 80 Oko Midtjylland, Dortmund, Manchester United and Barcelona. Echo trials. And was signing Edema Norwegian side in 2023.
Okay.
From there, Abranjano onya 57 successful dribbles. In about 10 appearances, 57 successful dribbles. A Hona gang for Eco Sika to date 5.2 million euros. And again, Eco Edifar boy from Norway. Then from Norway, and a branch of EBPM again this season 3 goals and 3 assists for a branch of the Bano. As you said, yeah, Golden Boy, 100 rating 100 players. We had the power Europe no. At that time, I know I started signing dribbles, successful dribbles. What you can say, and I branch DB Rema, or no so Enyasa opportunity. So at the age of 20, when your Black Stars call up, Omuba say ya no problem. Say, eh, be our movie. Ubo so man sam free. Be what I am problem one. And the age, you know, ya me kase. Ghana nkwana ya. Chris, ya be a free player. Ya de national team A no. Main blasters here they started a call up Manchester. Unim that time Eduardo Camavinga signed my Madrid. No about France and 19. A one level one above. Akoya obo PhD Desire Dio ne wa mo. Yeah, French men to muno mudini mo target 23 no wa mo kakobo. But yeah you convincing player bi so mba. Yeah the main blasters inti yeah prepare for national under 20 akobo the under 20 AFCON. Check young Ghanaian players of age, you know, less than 20 euro. But who can you consider no?
And they are near the half on neighbor.
Adija.
This one make you.
No, na players in so call na omunya no sa level no. So mu feel ya coming back to real level no. Na ye dey. Typical example ya Afenejan. And then what at Afenejan can? Afenejan was not supposed to start straight away from the Black Stars. But na maybe necessity. We needed to go and convince Mourinho. Yes. Asana Mourinho, Emma permission. See me issue Afenejan. But under normal circumstances, say, oh your man, oh talent in abundance. France, they are okay. Pepe, say France will find themselves in our situation. Can decide to do in combat for national team no. France for no Andy. Omuye, just omuye spoiled for choices. You know, when I see you decide to do it, when I see you it doesn't matter how talented you are. National team, you know, or move on players be bad, they equally qualify for the national team. Tobacco ban at 20 hawk.
Decide to do my friend on national, but no ball under 23, under 21.
Okay, Rodrigo, Brazil, cast or call up. Just a choices in no honor. What I say, dear, you start from somewhere.
Michael Oliver, I no move friend of friends.
But any choice. Yeah, bracket of players I hear from Mofimuno. We are crack to a beer. say Ernest Nuama no nyina was not supposed to start from the blaster straight away.
Oyi wonders kakra
bia Ernest Nuama and the next one go starting from under 20. Kobo under 23 matured into the blasters, but Ernest Nuama be you know you need choice bia because Ernest Nuama compare seniors no me available now even though so yakwara no say de no kobo. I think say one area we need to watch na Alfred Duncan some na oka no we are say ade ya pa ne say ade we unimi say unimiye ubetimi aye name authority fa obi a wonim yesene no so meye say adwuma ye Andy wona obetimi a host program yi ba obi de wo ho tan personal issue bia muhia no ho na so yi a wo de fanboy sem gifri ni nsam nti no o say oma Andy host program ni biem na akofa obi a wo obetimi a host program no better than wo abetena ho. Say the Pakrono host program. Meanwhile, don't mean to compare, and you can host the program better than the Pakrono. One shall Odi Bufube Judgment. Frustrations. One shall the one before Ebe Judgment after the Pakrono your son whole time. Ghana has same kwa. Any TV friend dreams cat boy than a blaster no Philemon
Bafo.
So a right back. Oh Mobi. Ni afre a right back abana be starting. The next call up na ye no. Philemon Bafo na ono one starting or try bench no. Na onya call up. Na the man be boy no. Ya drop no.
No my friend
has Fatao.
I'm not starting.
Fatao akọ starting. E say wo boy wa money yenzu. Fatao call blasters no. Obobo ni ye.
Yes I call up from the
Fatao na. Onoko starting ball right back no and the next call up no near drop Fatao na Philemon Bafo na
Otewama Fatao free be boy no
Fatao free be friend no no sign a call up
to bench ni dia bench on
me kai blasters game bia Ganiu Kobo center back Ghana against South Africa we game no one of the best players in that game no na Ganiu
ne time okotoko
na Ganiu played so well in that game, but the next call up, Ghani was dropped. Ghana game ben same boy all of us were surprised. I'm saying one of these
Ghana Angola.
Boy na same boy and I say obi a surprise. Say a local boy the TV boss and any local boy is what we see a kind of any of the top teams who a local boy we see a kind of nations. Any of our national team any exposure sada but coach Nyani Mujidi didn't know he played so well. Sometimes some of the local boys and the here is obenya coach onyo Mujidi yenya coach ya call World Cup where Samuel Sekufo enim in our first game against
Italy.
No, our first game against Italy. There's Samuel Sekufo koye mistake.
2006.
Yaquinta edisa go ni share eto no 19 Andy, the next game na a local player. Shila Iliasu and Samuel Sekufo and they compete. Boy they born Germany, World Cup they born Germany. There is no Ghanaian player Germany or France as Samuel Sekufo. There is no player Ebian Kepe German supporter. Eka yebenya free German for her than Samuel Sekufo de bemaye. But coach ni Samuel Sekufo nim e de try nchen e de Shila Eliasu boss a game no. And since then Shila Eliasu chire se ball no betimi abo. Game by na Blasters and South Africa. Ni ntimi se South Africa o. Na South Africa science and Barato. Efa William Terro, he was playing for Asante Kotoko. You cry our friend who say our friend Blasters no. Sabe na Blasters so ntisa na Blasters you. Na place ho apia no ho no. Sabe na we Makilesi no mjire mu.
Last time for this year Muntari apia there was
like
Kingston Antoniana yes Antoniana Mbundi.
But Barato Frere Terro no. One friend keke Ghana against South Africa at the Kumasi Sports Stadium na Terro jirem ye koye comment ne he serio e be start no yes hey coach we onye serious ana ye South Africa na ebo omo share but on that day say one of the best performing players on that day William Thierry. So coaches no ndi deal with certain players no Andy say na ye abrante friend no Fatau sa day no one shot ball na boy na the next call up no wow boy no ye drop you esa Fred do te bench no e man be ball e ba ya the te bench no be so asamo no asabe ten bench one shot say we player be a work out won here blasters in fanya hia we ka say blasters umobiem and the way we to see certain players no and the can who be me Jeffrey Schlop we so say the blasters in Jeffrey Schlop
on so ojaibo
dey ntine ojaibo yes that call no occupy the Chelsea hia no em ogitum say obobo amayi ye call up to the World Cup near dropping Jeffrey Schlop ye dropping Jeffrey Schlop players are far ahead of Jeffrey Schlop no better than most of them.
All of them, not most of them.
Mashida
better than all of them. The numbers that see.
Majida Shimeru. Say no be na tunu for so nya blasters banko jabu. Majida Shimeru. Say blasters here progressor. Ye nibi anytime baby no. On be progressive board no. By ye fe no. Na obi a ono ye better than him no. Ebo one show ya Shimeru obekasa blasters no major bo nkrofo mu hia me.
At a point he nearly took to his ex Black Stars no ojaibo. Rastaman.
Yes, boss.
Bram kakra man na yenhwe Black Stars fiada isi akan yo. Me sure game na kasa there from Monday na Iberu.
We Ghana for no montie ni ye. Chad, they are ranked 176th in the world. Chris Adenas.
Any game be say any bro.
We are singing team say bobo FIFA chassis 211.
Yeah.
Chad that also 176. Oh, and a Ghana so also 77. Nti Ghana ne Chad ne 99 places.
Almost 100.
Ghana D first omuno be di 100. And 90 much I say Brody Becker say cousins I bet to say
school
Ghana epona no kosi border na wosrem
that's say school ni per 100 Ghana D first omuno berry Ghana D first omuno enya say obi ko be di 90 but omuno be di 100 no just omuno o ma bounce you ya no hwe nye mbacho what I say it's a problem say so mo say Ghana Christian Ghana so bet yakobe 91st because team ni a week now the born or shower what's the coffin our worst ever ranking 77
and it is because Niger
we've gone lower than 77 I think Kobe 79
but in recent times they are worse and some Niger should not share our class for stadium no because Niger no form no show home
sana dia ne points no so
significant
but also what I say now Comoros me they say any yesterday na they were ranked lower and na train blasters about 77 only a call down close to 80th or so and na Stephen Apiamo e back ya yet to me kwaya be the best mover that season here they call World Cup it's in Kanini and say but the issue is that Chris said they are working on it is not that they don't know a system normal building. Say if president ni ado mu nyina ba almost the system where na coaches na free players e twem madam who in the players one from na why na ma ye selection nko Otto Addo de oye nyina so ye blessing so on now why is all more blessing and the thing is this say I didn't mean me here Chris na metumi so aye na me ye na obi an so me ye na say wo coach no me bo na say coach wo ma me mbo na ene me ba say me be den enti player bia Andy or what team papa ni team ne pen onya bi bo a ye tua ne ka ye bia no blasters no the be in the second be like a feeder class and the second option for example you will be say party na me be boss no week bia say na dem but okọ bank dem say 250,000 pounds ho dwo bia nkasa ho me na me bo bia eti me de me kro mo si team me nkọ ne ma ba mo so mo extend me contract UK na me wo obi ehwe me na team na ye ne Comoros square by ye ntumi mod mesa ba na problem or there what should you do you concentrate on Arsenal the thing is that enye boys na empese on bobo no but emum yes system no ma building like dandy boys ne bad they are not like I say me who as a Ghana boy ye boy nyina club mpanyifo bia de na adwene e na odi BT players wo team meaning say what asia enti wo nya sorry ka say no this is not right per say pamo free team nti wo koma say wo do nsa gu I had to say a system bia ya build there uko shema say no these players are big and they can do that and na baby omo ombobo no sa ne omani ni wo me say Ghana nko na team manager to make asa kire player anyhow himfa ne bobo yes adin. But obviously, Real Madrid say if they have their team manager, obetumi akasa che Vinicius anyhow. Obetumi ni Rudiger akasa anyhow. Na ball na oba na me na mebo. Inti san nyoma na ye no, and na create the needed atmosphere for the boys to excel. Inti fine, Andy. Ye the ebo boy abroche, any ebebo amaye mine. Inti si ye my ebebo na mo my kwama de ebetumi ye nye dia. Any mo amumboy, ani ye kujima si ebo. Ebi na players ka che coach. Ball ya o my ye boy. Coach emfa because say coach say me na me say kobo. Let me tell you, might be a coach but not player be or te ball assistant. Mbacho uti. Are you telling me say Portugal when omo coach na se no mo ball game coach on Ronaldo nwe.
Obeje.
Office Argentina coach on Messi nwe.
Obeje.
Brazil coach on Neymar nwe. Adentia.
Said na say akra Yikalu Danny Cavani but I see he always wants him around.
Exactly.
Madrid man.
When Mourinho ba Barcelona or ba Real Madrid no person or Cati Barcelona dominant then no only players na meeting. No Chelsea yenye den. Let me tell you one thing secret. Say coach, who a very good relation with your players, Edman why is 60%? If the boys don't want to play for you, why Edman is 60%? And so what you do is as a player not just a coach, yenye say yes na ofano mo bandi or mo ko mebo. But to extend that players or mo big teams or every crowd who coach no obo player be one level or no abobo say Michael Essien level or mo wo to ado umori. And he say be a wo be say Michael Essien wo team abo no ni musen. That's why I say we a coach. Me name say what's matter because Chris I say student be a wo train idea. What means no this student is very fast. And to me, Chris, I'll bet you maybe some question here. So, what teacher don't get brilliant? I want you about to me to our papa.
It's normal. Make Tony Cruz.
Yes.
There were times, even Carlo Crow. There were times I know consulted the likes of Tony Cruz, Luka Modric.
Yes, because Omono, that's why I saw Mobo, almost take ball. And I say, I said, the Amano. Sa player Tony Cruz, so one can play. Bia. And the coach bet me a friend, Tony, what then I'll feel say, yenge. Because me feel no coach, ye the way come but all players we respectfully.
Yeah.
Na coach okay, ye implementing your wing. One ba Ghana and Quadia player Nanka will be to say Jordan or your maximum honest with me say Ghana team in your chronic play to Mr. Hattrick. No, but no catch as a coach, ye we are Ebia Jordan. I won't take that, but this is so nyabo training or mokasa. It is a creative, very good atmosphere near ma. Avenue no yet because before me catch was a Black Stars near the same level and don't you forget Abedi Mota near or top stars they say we baso ye ba nenko me boa it was after say President Kufuor ba ya on this na pia we meeting that new man na cost say players ba omo ticket there na fight or camp no omo united and the Black Stars e call ni man me boa it is not that the players are not good I won't take it but the end say the atmosphere they creating it and they say ya man na peace or na Serena players never perform media. Hey, you bet me a kofa, you bet me a koboro Messi ni Ronaldo ni Neymar be can blast team no. Still ball no emfa. And now finally they say we a bit controversial about Medi Tufo. Ye Ghana there and Africa there and the ball na ye born in Rokan. Mbacho utini. Obia ni West Africa ha whether national team or club or beka se ni penny on call baby say ye mwane da. And the yenning in any duro say be okoto the baby so mpaibo so kan mbacho so utie me. Enti blast and penny for my car same we are America. The fact that our players are good comparatively on the African continent, but born a year boy ye ordinary and as ye would ye con. Mess rom say. So mako baby so be more and mbacho tie me.
Me too.
And be a nipa na say and nipa na boom the so mo koyo man kwaya. Omum fete na sa nipa na betumi amafia omo. And this is what he must have said. Because Chris physically, you have who where the problem. It's so coach are born cry. Who had African countries say coach ya obeje Afcon ma Cote d'Ivoire. No, yeah, assistant here.
But
But he did something. Eti coach no wa bon kura, wo ye coach at least wo se wa only Jordan Klopp aye ma wa bo blasters bi da wa bo Dortmund da. Enti wo de won nya de kura wo ball na wo ball keke wuntumi implement bi. Players see bobo no more you ordinary. Na between or more players in Tokwesi or Montemo Park, na we confusing bebre. Ain't it so feel so more kwaji bibi? And omukoye bibi na ese omukoye ho ano ba no man koya Andy. Mesro mo mpanifo ni mfaitire. Because omo ket mo ni mpanifo de go bia na obetu aka che omo blasa mpanifo nyina sabe omo nko pani bi ana so omo nko bom pai bi se yembo because minko kra World Cup qualifier bo kuma se ba ko ye Nigerian. When Nigerians were coming, something was done in town. All the points I they far back inside no, they were directed to do things. Yeah, Bob they catch us or drew Nigeria before Nigeria team they draw, they did it and things worked. But Andy, who knows say be after ye na no, the so mukwe no man ye. And the yes or mutumi sorry tiao. Until we need to work on that. Maybe almost say World Cup in the be qualify. We all want to qualify, but the question maybe is say the same blasters here na seven brothers on boss above for so long. But what I say, it's a World Cup qualify. Say the no one who say no the ombe body differently. And the whole man me me by yes I the anka come your friends a Chad the see to me so Andy Chad see show at least 3-0. And now on me ngabine nasi answer chat ninti mbacho
the last time I said the last time I Ghana I said 3-0 okay
Chad omuda 176 oda 77 difference no close to 100 obesho mu say now say Chad to the World Cup no kwe
tiaza na DJ be say ti heya baby e
do say Chad and then be say Chris say final say Monday no say be born Friday it is Saturday and Monday na Chad say obo be kane no say match na say DSC ball no say players they nya dey coach they nya dey majo tia every president see a pam no say na ya Canada
just very cool Honorable Kofi Apia Kofi Adams Minister for Sports and Recreation na wakasa kakra Maxwell tie minister say omo working hard as mubenya broadcasting rights for our local league.
Are working to expand broadcasting rights for local leagues, encouraging partnership with digital platforms to monetize Ghanaian sports content. In the global sports economy, sports media rights generate over $56 billion annually. A market Ghana can no longer afford to overlook. Our local leagues must become commercially viable, attracting sponsorships, high quality broadcast, and packed stadiums. The modernization of sports infrastructure is equally paramount. While the Baltimore Sports Complex and upgraded Legon facilities have added to our sports assets, it will interest you to note that only 2 out of 10 planned youth resource centers can be described as completed. Our Senegal recently completed a 50,000-seater Olympic stadium to boost its international sporting reputation. Ghana cannot afford to lag behind.
Sports Minister Honorable Kofi Adams. Now, Openya France Adam Sulemana enso a member of a sports committee ewo Ghana Rashibi Jefimo say ya nua panyi ya mpofo ankra ya bodidi say National Sports Authority onkoye adwuma as boss no ogidie yeso panyi ne kono ode eye changes ebeba yes sports infrastructure.
We have a new Director General of the NSA. He needs to also take a look at the reports and assess the issues with NSA because they are the linchpin. They are the ones who link all the stakeholders, all the different disciplines and the ministry together. So I believe it's a critical area. We thank the President for the swift action in bringing in a new person. We are just hoping that we have a collaboration between the NSA and the committee and the ministry itself to to be able to get the best out of our sports infrastructure and sports interventions. Probably he's a seasoned sports journalist. I mean, he has worked in the media space for a very long time, went to BBC, came back, has headed beach soccer. Yes. So, I mean, he's not only a football person. And they say it's not only about football. It's about all the other disciplines. So I think the president could not have made a better choice than Yampo Fankra.
Ano opinion friends Adama Suleiman and Yatin kana Erebekwe enso so okakra oka e de akire yaw ampofo ankra.
One thing I can add in to Yaw's appointment, if you get a chance to meet the president, he shouldn't worry himself going to build any stadium. The one that we have, the one that in the bushes, that money can fix all of them. You see, we lack maintenance, and in everything that the white man will do, it comes with a manual. There's a time to fix this. There's a time. If they say they will build a stadium, they will not finish. But here in the case, there is some. It just need refurbishing so that they can get enough time to work. Because today, if MPP is in power, we want football to grow. NDC is in power, we want football to grow. But if you say because I'm MPP, because I'm NDC, I don't want this to happen, I don't. At the long run, it will go and affect us. They are politicians, they are party members. But this is a case, if you listen, they should go and fix those that we use for CAN 208 and co. It's not broke down. It's still there. And it will save us money, it will save us cost, because they have a lot of things to do more than building a stadium. Esipon is not a small stadium. The Esipon can be refurbished and then we'll have a good stadium. Aliu Mahama can be refurbished. Baba Yara, like the way they were complaining, which is true, because when you go to the urinal and all those places, you know, in some point, some people must be held responsible of, not being on their work. You see, when a car is moving and it's stopped, and you rectify that is the steer, we don't buy tire, buy the steer. When it's engine, you don't go and buy back brake. You understand? So now, this is the time the new party have come. We should go in and fix the stadiums that are save us cost and time.
Okay. Mauze uti Kofi Adams asem wie na to
say we ni
Bekwe, yeah.
Bekwe dey say me o tie my culture say so to me be a big coach bi Uganda. Say samadi mo levels no. Atuko efi mo level ho na so draw. They be America, he has everything.
And I also think he's a very good communicator as well.
Everything. He has everything. He's intelligent, he's wise, he's everything. Mr. No me manage bribe. Because Adeba ko ekele or mo bribe. Bribe is the most dangerous thing. Say who read more into it. Because Andy say major bribe. I didn't want to make an Christian a bit, but the one I made me Christian a front. What results na me achieve? Into a year and if you is going to be there. But then 7 work years, many the one. My main starting free Mr. Honorable Sports Minister there, family on it. Sports Minister every day pass or say Senegal build a 50,000 capacity Olympic stadium. At their stadium. Olympic Stadium. There's a Senegal more than that into one some football nepeja. Baket more than that. And Kamu call president or first name so catch president. Sisi Ghana e bobo a omo pame na me nam Togo na Togo so apam me inte mesrew wa bay de try na nya stadium bi mai na renovate ye de ni bi na ndu that standards ankobo no mo kan omo ko ya budget omo de kobo matches nti so omo de omo giska no so omo de kobo match ni e kase ye nkobo ball no Taiwan kura inform onwo omo di Ghana football ani Senegal in 1992 Nations Cup Senegal Bobia Julius Bokandi money had Senegal na Obia nim Senegal in terms of football, but they sat down and said no, let's put us something together and then look at Senegal. Who goalkeeper Tizigi Mbacho Senegal goalkeeper line Edward Mendy. I don't know that Chelsea aji FIFA best goalkeeper or Saudi. Tizigi was Saudi for that battle. But also what I say, Senegal eba. Even now, players the stars ni nimbe because yes Senegal no mudine Ghana no aisa hane bolgatanga. And but also what I say, enti me happy say waka say Senegal ewo 50,000 na Ghana to me like buy. Who say makase adeba ko say be yankasa manifesto no de buy and it is good so on basic sporting facility to regions near there that is good. But it be a present they a present say Ghana e be standard stadium because makase say yenim and the next caps be pami free Ghana ha and ban wait time e be hardene. And these FA people cannot be trusted because money nye no na ye omo vision. Omo dia e budget o be ye this annual man. Good. Now coverage on for the league mbacho utie many starting agene sisi ade and the all can your case enya coverage for the league but sisi a baby e won me nya agene onim de ntia
ade
Venice bi wa e bobo na ko twa call coverage mbacho I say memorable teams ni bia na
memo bi ade
baby wo ha ko twa kwa e begu animasi yempe meaning so what
fix it grounds no
we should fix the ground the pitches it's say possible say na me suggest say yeah assemble teams in the major stadium na okay na mo ball no and it's also a team now by say wo pitch now the board unya that standard and say you to me admit into the premiership level to say the club license and stuff Ghana ankwa no bi anya 1,500 no what team Ghana obi to meet team no ni park can you imagine and so football team there the first na you heard about ya a park but obi to meet football team no ni park Ghana also we a football nation and say I was say one ye my pitches ni okay referees ni nyina should be talked to no mo mbeye da officiate no mo ye na sa juju for na edidi club na me ma umpie me ma ha pie free ha ni nyina esi ye jai enti sa ni o mani nyina must be done and the said the bears ye coverage na aye coverage there symbol say GTV all so there's only resource Ghana Broadcasting Corporation na omon resource GTV na omun to me engi and finally na we can hear say to me those centers na the clubs can use it but what you say but say no cause be queen cause office stadium is not no the stadium is the most important thing because you bet me those venues in na be you be we and to me farm more for a national team or the Black Stars a flagship team and to say you to me centers in and the main ones now we still can be banned here and kobo outside but just what you say I feel like the stadium need here there 80,000 crown can get bad Ade
okay. Valvoline synthetic trusted engine oil no make kan wasem dia chero say